Hi everybody, it's Dana again. I wanted to do a quick update on the Light Code Oracle. Very recently I completed the guidebook and I added 2 additional cards to make the deck a complete set of 50. So I'm done making cards. No more paintings for this deck. And the completed deck has been very fun to use and to play with, doing readings and such. And so I just wanted to kind of show you what you'll get if you purchase the Light Code Oracle, and the link to purchase it will be in the video description below. So if you purchase the deck, you will get the 50 cards. So here they are, trying to kind of give you an idea of what they look like. They're fairly thick enough to shuffle, and they do well for Oracle type readings where you ask a question and you get an answer, or they also work really well in doing actual tarot readings. It comes with a little velvet baggie to store them in, and they fit in the bag perfectly. And then it has a little tie so you can store it, keep them safe, carry it wherever you need to go. And the deck also comes with a guidebook. And so this is the Light Code Oracle guidebook. This is the front and the back. And there's there's 38 pages with the card description. They are in alphabetical order. And at the end, there's also the original 12 light codes and the prayers or affirmations that go along with them, as well as some suggested layouts at the end of the book. So I'm going to, because of the energy lately, I feel inclined to do a reading just to kind of get an idea of what to expect in the next 6 to 8 weeks. I figured I would use the Light Code Oracle deck to give you all an idea of how it works when you do a tarot spread. So I've already shuffled the deck and I'm going to lay them out, and then I'm going to lower the screen so you won't see me, you'll just hear my voice. So the card descriptions in the book are actually for both the upright and reversed positions. So whenever you do a reading, you'll be able to read the cards no matter how they appear in the reading. Let's see. So this is a traditional diamond spread. It's one of my favorite ones. It gives you the current state or energy of the individual, or where the person is at this time. It gives the unknown or the subconscious or the past, and it also gives the present or the known or aware aspect, and then what's needed for resolution, and then what the resolution is. So my question or my focus of this reading is, what to expect in the next 6 to 8 weeks in regards to ascension and this intense, crazy energy that we've been having. So the first card is reversed in its harmony. The card, let's see if you can read that, says, everything is falling in line, love and togetherness prevail. When it's in the reversed position, then it means that something is not harmonious currently. There's some energy that's not balanced or is not in harmony with your trajectory in life. For me personally, this lines up with what I feel the energy is like right now. There's like a very distinct difference between where I'm at vibrationally and where I perceive others that are around me to be vibrationally. So it works really well in that regard. In a broader sense, then it could mean that we have a separation that is determined. You can feel it. You can perceive the separation between 3D reality and then the 5D reality that we're all actually ascending to. So that is going to be you're going to be able to notice or recognize a distinct difference between being in one versus the other. And that is not going to be a very harmonic feeling. It's going to feel very dissonant and very jagged. And so those of us who have moved more towards the 5D will feel very out of alignment with 3D right now. And we'll notice there'll be very obvious differences in energy for us. That can be good and that can be bad. Just depends on how you're perceiving and how you're adjusting to the shift. So the unknown or subconscious acts is growth. So this actually, I'm going to read this as what's behind us. And for some of us, this could be subconscious. For some of us, it's going to be known. I know for me it is. The card says, maturity is life's gift to us. Celebrate who you have become. So when I'm reading this card in this position, it's saying that we've actually made huge leaps in progress in the last year or so. Probably most of us since December, January of 2018. I know that I've had recently a very tremendous acceleration. And from what I've read from others or heard from others, this is not something that is just an isolated experience for a few. This is happening across the board. So many of us have gone through some exponential growth, but not just in the last few months, but for many, many months and sometimes years. For me, I've been going through this transformation since about 2002, 2003, and there are many others who have been going through it since even before that. So the card's asking us to focus on, instead of maybe the negative, which we tend to do, focus on the positives, the growth that we've made, the progress we've made, and all of the change for the better that we have made. So the next card is what we do know, what we're aware of, and what's in front of us. So this is what we can expect. Since I was reading this as what's behind us, then I'm going to read this as what's in front of us. And this is the movement card reversed. And I'll bring it up here so you can read it. So movement says, action is needed now. To wait will only delay your progress. So as you might expect, in the reverse position, this card is not telling you to move. It's telling you that you may feel like an urge to do something. You may feel a strong desire to take action right now, but the card is actually warning us that it's not the appropriate time just yet. Yes, there is going to be movement. Yes, movement is being perceived as something that we're going to need to do, or some kind of action is going to be made at a certain point in time. But right now, we don't have something, or there's some kind of information or change or path that is not in alignment yet for us to make those changes. So when I see this card, this goes along with what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like, okay, I need to do something to make this dissonance that I'm feeling, this lack of harmony, make it go, make things more harmonious. That means I need to do something. I keep thinking I need to change, or I need to shift something in my life or my perception, and not just sit and wait. But this card is actually saying you need to just be, and you need to just be with the energy, feel it, allow it, flow with it, and don't try to do anything with it yet, because the energy is still changing, it's still shifting, and it's still accelerating. So we don't want to make any kind of changes when we're in the midst of an acceleration. So imagine if you were on a roller coaster and you're going down that steep hill and you're like, okay, I think right now I want to make a really quick right hand turn. Well, you're going to be derailed. And that's exactly kind of the picture that I'm getting with this card in reverse, is like, you can't make any really rash decisions or changes right now because you're not ready. It will derail you. It will slow down your progress ultimately in the end. So this card, the next one is what is needed for resolution. So how we're going to get from point A to B. So from now until the next 6 to 8 weeks, how are we going to go? How are we going to flow with these energies? How are we going to find a way to make it from point A to point B? So I love this card. This is one of my favorites. This is the friendship card. It says, relish time with your friends and celebrate your connection. So this card is indicating that we have connections. We have soul family, we have loved ones, we have those that are important to us on this journey that we have either reconnected with now have already reconnected with, or are about to, or they are coming up for reconnection. So this card is promising that we have these individuals that are with us along this journey of ascension and change, who are there to help us through it. And they all have, all of us has our connection somewhere. You may or may not be aware of these connections, but the card basically indicates that there is support, and we need to rely on that support, the support systems. It also says that you need to enjoy this time, that even though you're accelerating, there's these feelings that of this like unbalanced energy, this huge difference between 3D and 5D, and trying to like reconcile that somehow, that throughout all of that, if you can just be, and you can focus on the positive and enjoy your friendships and your connections and life in the meanwhile, that it will help you get to the end of whatever's going on at the end of the 6 to 8 week period. So the final card is the communion card. So this is basically the answer to my question, you know, where are we going to be in 6 to 8 weeks? What are we looking at in the future? How long is this acceleration process going to last? So the communion card says, express your intimate thoughts and feelings for deeper understanding. This card is a very active card. It's saying communicate. You need to also, you need to go within. You need to express what you're experiencing and what you're feeling, not only with others, but with yourself, and be real. So it's like, this card, if in the position that it's in, says to me, things are about to get real. That we're going to have communication. We're going to have communion with the greater universal consciousness source. We're going to have some kind of communion type of an experience. And it's not simply just like connecting with other people as much as it is being able to take all of this and put it together as an ultimate experience of understanding. So they're saying, my guidance is basically saying that in the next 6 to 8 weeks, it's going to lead us to a final, fuller understanding of the entire process that we've been going through. It doesn't suggest that the acceleration is going to stop necessarily. It just says that there's going to be kind of the picture. There's going to be more to the picture, more information, more insight, and we're going to be able to understand a lot more and have more clarity at the end. So I have one of my darling children is knocking on the door right now. I'm not sure why. So I'm going to go ahead and end this off. But I think the card gives you an idea of how the cards work and in a traditional tarot spread. And I hope that the reading was as insightful for you as it was for me. Again, if you would like to purchase the deck, the information is below in the video description. Have a great day.